What's good, Dubai? What is good? Thank you for having me. Big shout out to everybody in the back. I see you up there. Love you too. Let's get into it. All right, thank you. So my plan here actually is to do quite a bit of Q&A because the reality is the more I do this, the more I realize how simplistic my point of view on marketing and entrepreneurship and business actually is. I a lot of times compare business and entrepreneurship and marketing to working out or health. The reality is trillions of dollars are being spent on looking better, feeling better, but the reality is eating well and working out at the gym every day is the actual answer. Yet people are looking for celery or apple vinegar or surgery to execute that for them. And the reality is that's basically how I see business. The reality is it's actually quite simple. And more importantly, for everybody in this room, we are here during an extremely special time because this device is wildly underrated by all of us in this room. This is a far bigger deal than I think we can understand. How many people here are older than 40 years old? Raise your hands. I'll raise mine. So for the people that just raised their hands, you're aware because we lived in the world pre-internet. You're aware how remarkable the internet actually is. For the people in this room, how many people under 30? Raise your hands. No concept. You've had it so good, which is amazing. I love it. The reality is that it's difficult for you even to know how much opportunity you actually have because you've only known a world with the internet. The internet is one of the stunning all-time most important innovations to hit the human race. It has created a scenario where I can be in New York producing content on a video and many people, how many people here, by show of hands, consume my content? How many people? For this many people to consume my content at the volume of the content that I put out 30 years ago would have required me to either buy a media company for hundreds of millions of dollars or get lucky that I got chosen to star in a show that went global. It was inconceivable. Yet, every single person here can leave this conference and make a video or a picture or write words on 2 platforms right now, LinkedIn and TikTok, have no awareness. Nobody knows who you are. You haven't started yet. Or if you have, you're bad at it. And yet TikTok and LinkedIn, with no audience, will reward you and have more people see it because there's so many people paying attention to it, yet there's not enough content being put in. And so you get organic reach at scale. When I see that, it reminds me of everything I've ever done since I've been a professional. When I started building my family's wine business for them, it was email, it was Google AdWords. Later, it was Google Search Organic for me. And then when my career really took a different change, it was YouTube and Twitter. It was then Facebook, Snap, Instagram. My friends, this has now been going on for a long time. And social media, it's been going on for over a decade. The concept is very simple. There's attention, and then there's what you say. For everybody in this conference, the key is to figure out how they communicate. Are you good at video? Are you good at audio? Are you good at the written word? I promise you, for the far majority of you, the biggest breakthrough you could possibly have at this conference is to figure out what kind of communicator are you. Because everybody aspires for video because that's what we're all paying attention to, yet some people in here are remarkable writers, but they shy away from it because they don't think that's the way to break through. They think there's rules. Here's the rules. If you're unable to communicate, you can't be heard, then nobody knows what you've got to sell. whether you're selling funding for a charity or running for government or a business. Communication is the variable. Communication is the variable. By the way, it's always been that way. What's remarkable is every single person in this room now can do it. My bigger question is, why aren't you? There is no way that what I just said is something that is so profound. I think everybody here, who here does not have a smartphone? Raise your hand. Good, nobody. Oh, really? Is that true? Or are you just joking? You don't have a smartphone? Please come up here. You're like, I want to meet you. Sir, please come up here. Get up here. Get up here. I'm not finishing the talk until you get up here. Dubai, this is an amazing moment in our lives. This man does not own a smartphone. It is more likely that an alien comes from space and joins me. Get up here, get up here. I believe it's more likely an alien. What's your name? Ziad. So nice to meet you. Let's clap it up for this legend. Legend! No smartphone. You did have one at some point.
I did.
And how long ago did you get rid of it?
10 days ago.
10 days ago.
I did.
Why?
I found myself wasting too much time and I was very distracted.
Yes.
And I find myself being a lot more productive.
Good for you.
I get a lot more done. I have people helping me.
Yep.
And
You're enjoying
email.
it.
I send an email.
You have a laptop.
I send an email.
You have a laptop.
That's it.
Yeah. Good for you, my friend.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure. Thanks for
you.
being here. Let's clap it up. Now, for the rest of us. It's funny, this may be interesting to a lot of you because one of the things I always talk about is patience. I've been doing this a long time. They weren't as big of conferences, but I remember when I was doing conferences and I would talk about smartphones and most of the room did not have one. They had a pager, you know? And how many people here had a BlackBerry? Raise your hands. Remember when you said you would never get an iPhone because you needed the buttons? This is what I do for a living. What I do for a living is I pay attention to people 24/7, 365. For all the talking I do, every minute you don't see me, I'm listening. I'm watching. People are very good at saying what they won't do, but I already know they will. There are people in this audience who right now in their head say they will never get on TikTok, and I know you will. This is what I spend my time on. This is what I spend my time on. Because since I was a little child, I've been chasing your attention. When I was selling lemonade, I didn't sell the lemonade. I made the signs, and I put the signs on the trees and the poles. When I worked baseball card shows, I spent hours forming my table to try to figure out how to stop you at my table, not the person's next. When I worked at my dad's liquor store, and I stood behind the register, when I was supposed to ring up people, I would watch people walk into the store and I would watch which aisle they would go to, what bottle they would grab, why. It's why I read all your DMs and your texts. Everybody gives me a lot of credit. Gary, you're so nice. Thank you for replying. Thank you for liking. It's amazing. No, thank you for commenting. It gives me insight. I understand. I listen. Here's what I can tell you about people. The big things that are happening in our society. Number one, people value time over everything, consciously and subconsciously. Time. Convenience wins all the time. Convenience. We do not want to do things that we know can be done faster. People talk about privacy. We all give up privacy every day for convenience. Speed. No friction. Why do I produce content on every platform? Because I want you to consume it how you want to consume it. You want to listen to a podcast while you run? I'm here. You're a good reader and want to read on LinkedIn? I'm here. You want to put it on your Apple TV and throw it up and watch YouTube on your television? I'm here. Short? Here. Long? Here. No friction. People sit around, they have all these big ambitions to be an influencer or to build a big business, and then they pick one platform, and that's where they spend all their time. Do you know how many people here would be in big trouble if Instagram disappeared tomorrow? How can you be reliant on one platform? Tila Tequila and Dane Cook won on MySpace. They didn't respect Facebook and Twitter. That was a mistake. YouTube, Snap, they ebb and flow. They ebb and flow. But like real estate, when there's a new platform that has a lot of attention, it's a good deal. When you can buy beachfront property, you can buy beachfront property. It goes up if that area becomes big. I spend an enormous amount of time looking at underpriced attention, the way that people look at underpriced real estate. I believe the current underpriced attention in the world is LinkedIn and TikTok. When I wrote Crushing It, my last book, the yellow one right there, I just wrote that 18 months ago, not a mention of TikTok and LinkedIn. Not a mention. Because I saw a lot of hands go up and that made me feel really good. One more time, how many people consume my content? Thank you. So you guys know that I say the same thing over and over. I'm showing you videos from 8 years ago when I had a bad haircut and was a little chubbier saying the same shit. That will never change. Hard work, kindness, caring about your employees, always thinking about the customer, it's all gonna stay the same forever until I die. What won't be the same is how important Snapchat is versus Facebook versus YouTube versus Instagram. It always will evolve. This is why I want you guys to listen very carefully to me. One of the most fascinating things that have happened in the world in the last 10 years is that real celebrities 10 years ago made fun of YouTube celebrities, Instagram celebrities, podcast celebrities. Real models 7 years ago made fun of Instagram models until they didn't. I'm gonna say something that's very important to me and everybody in this room. Creating content on social networks for everybody in this room, regardless if you're part of the ministry, whether you're in business, to business, B2B, whether you're B2C, whether you're part of the government, whether you're an individual, for every person in this room, from every angle, from every person, creating content on social networks at scale is the single great opportunity in our society, and everybody in this room, everybody, including me, will regret in 15 years not making more. Because you do understand other technologies are coming. You do understand that when voice comes along and Google Home and Apple Home and Alexa, when voice comes, we're not gonna be looking at our phone as much, just like that gentleman realizes maybe I don't have to have it. When you can say, Alexa, where's the best restaurant? Alexa, send me toilet paper. Google, what's the weather? Think about all the things you go to your phone that takes 25 seconds, but Alexa can answer in 2. You will choose Alexa over your phone. Remember I told you. When we do that, we will be reliant on your brand not being discovered in Explore or showing up third on Google. This is a very important time in communication history. The reason you're seeing things like America and London and India and all sorts of things happening in the world, different things that we didn't expect, is because of communication. Communication has always been the forefront of what happens in the world. Almost everything you believe right now was put into your head. By your parent, by a piece of content, by something else. My friends, please do not waste this conference, the fact that we have this time together, to not let this be the time that you finally hear me. You've been listening to my content, but you don't hear me. You've been listening to my content, but you don't live what I'm telling you to do. Why? because there's a much bigger thing that's going on than what platform you should post on or how often. It's called self-esteem. The single most important thing that I think about these days is that I am blown away by the level of insecurity there is in our society. We have so much insecurity that Instagram had to take likes away because you're not capable of actually talking about what you actually want to talk about. You are so addicted to other people's opinions that you start posting only things that you think will get likes, not what you actually want to talk about. This is very important. Thank you. It's very important. Thank you. It's very important. I promise you the reason that I stand on stage is because the self-esteem and parenting that my mother put into my body. Period. Period. The way she raised me around putting kindness and hard work, but also no entitlement, not worrying about what people said about me, is imperative. Let me tell you what the biggest vulnerability for most people here is about social media and content. You enjoy the cheering too much. The reason this is an interesting game is you love it when you post something and people say you look pretty, or that was a good shot, or you're funny, or that was brilliant. You take compliments too high. So when people come in and say you look ugly, or you're stupid, or you're wrong, you take pushback too deep. I, and all the people that I see who are winning, don't take the compliments or the insults. Every day on my content, there's comments that say, you suck, you're a loser, and the next one, you're God. I don't get too high, I don't get too low. My friends, you have to leave this conference today and figure out for yourself how you are gonna post on social platforms 25 to 60 times a day. Let me say it one more time. That's right. And by the way, I want you to do more, but I didn't want to scare you too much, Dubai. I'm not kidding. 25 to 60 times a day. What does that mean? That's arbitrary numbers. I could have said 20 to 100. I could have said 80 to 150. As much as humanly possible. I didn't say you have to come up with 25 to 60 ideas a day. I said you have to make 25 to 60 pieces of content a day. When you make an Instagram story, maybe you save it and you go to Twitter and you post it and you write a couple of extra lines and now you've made 2 pieces of content from 1 video. Maybe you take that video and post it on YouTube and write 3 lines a sentence, now it's a 3rd. Maybe you take a still shot and then draw over it and it's your snap and now you're on 4. 25 across all platforms, right? I want you to be on every platform, all of them. All of them. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. But people don't go on platforms because they don't have a lot of followers on it and they feel insecure. So you stay on Instagram because that's where you have 7,000 followers. You don't want to go on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube because you only have 15 subscribers there and you feel like you feel sad. The person in this room who decides to stop listening to everybody else is the person that's going to win this room today. Right? You understand? So that's it. You know, I hate when people call me a motivational speaker. If you look at my content from 2011, 12, 13, I tried to do nothing rah-rah or high up because I didn't want that after I wrote Crush It. I'm a businessman, I'm a strategist, I'm an executor, I'm an executive. But over the last 3 years, I had to look myself in the mirror and say, I'm doing what I tell people not to do because I don't want to be a motivational speaker and that's how people see me sometimes. I'm not giving away the best information I can give. I was being selfish. So over the last 3 years, I've gone into these subject matters. If you thought that I was ever gonna talk, I never thought I was gonna talk about parents or self-esteem or entitlement. If you thought I thought 5 years ago that I would ever make a video that goes like this, and this is for everybody. If you're 22 years old or older and your parents give you money, you're in bad shape. You know what's funny? I don't feel like you're a loser. I feel like you're in trouble mentally. Because what is happening is you're getting more insecure, not less. You're getting resentful of your parents, and I promise you, your parents are resenting you. I never thought I was gonna make that content, but that's the content that I watch for when I see people take photos. And by the way, Dubai is a disaster in this. When I click on Dubai, every photo is private jets and Louis Vuitton and Rolex watches. I take a throw up on Dubai. All I see, I don't see people that genuinely enjoy the craftsmanship of a Louis Vuitton bag or the fact that it's a good shape for their day-to-day life. I see people that are so insecure that they want to show other people that they're doing well, and they use the logo to make themselves feel good. And for anybody who's in the crowd who doesn't know me or is confused right now, I do not come to this amazing place to razz on people or hurt feelings. I'm here trying to help. This is the conversation that we need across the world. Good news, Dubai. The same thing's happening in New York and LA and London and Sydney and everywhere else in the world that has a little bit of money in the system. We, as a society, have to change the conversation. No longer is it acceptable, in my opinion, for humanity to put money on a pedestal. Now, money's fine. I don't want to demonize money. Go win. But we have to put happiness on a pedestal. We have to. Do you know how many millionaires I know that are miserable? Almost all of them. We have to change this conversation. Let me tell you why. It's not sustainable. People want to blame suicide and all the gun violence and all the bad stuff on social media. Let me tell you guys something. There is no social media. Social media is empty. We fill it. We're social media. Social media is not making you bad. You're bad. Social media is exposing us. It's not changing us. You're in control. Not the phone, not Instagram, you. And if you want to get rid of the phone, good. And if you want to limit your time on Instagram, good. And if you want to stop looking at the likes and post what you actually want, or instead of exposing your body for more likes, good. You're in control, not them. Stop blaming the machine. Start blaming yourself. My friends, I can see it in your collective faces. You know I'm right. I know I'm right. We all know it's right. My question is, what are you going to do about it? Do you have the courage to take the way you're feeling right now and leave and go make a post without the perfect lighting, with no makeup, without the right angle, and actually talk the truth? Do you have that courage? Because I promise you, you will be much happier as a human being if you start doing it. Much. Enough with filters and angles and glow lights. Enough with guys buying fake watches and suits. You're tricking no one, Dick. Tricking no one. You're tricking no one. This is a warfare of happiness versus perceived happiness. My friends, this is a warfare of happiness versus perceived happiness. This is the greatest generation of perceived happy. People are going to go on vacation this holiday season just for the Instagram photo to send back for everybody to see. Going to go on a vacation they can't afford to make it look like they're successful. Who else is tired of this bullshit? We need to flip the world. We need to flip this. Both work, like, again, it's very important you hear this. I'm a businessman. I'm trying to build huge businesses. But I like the process of building it, not what it can buy me. Almost every fake entrepreneur in here wants to start a business to sell it to buy something. That's why you're not gonna build it. My friends, if you're building a business right now and thinking about how quickly you can sell it, I can promise you, you already lost. And this is all happening while the economy is phenomenal. This has been over the last 10 years when everything's easy. This is the easiest time. How many people here are entrepreneurs or startup founders? Raise your hands. If you're one of those people and your business is not crushing it during this time, you suck. And that's okay. I suck at a lot of things. I suck at tennis, I suck at school, I suck at skiing. I'm just telling you, as a friend, if you just raised your hand and you've been doing it for 3 years and it's not annihilating it right now during the easiest time in the history to build a business, you need to really go home and look yourself in the mirror. Because let me remind you, being the number 2 or the number 4 or the number 8 at Tesla or Facebook or Instagram made a lot more money than the number 1 of your bullshit startup. This is about self-awareness. Do you know yourself? This is about finally having the conversation that you need to have, and you need to tell your mother or father you're done living your life based on what they want. It's time for you to tell your spouse, sister, brother, husband, that you're done living your life for them. Hardest conversation. I do not stand up here and say that so easily. I just know it's true. I don't think it's easy. I don't think anybody's picking up the phone and calling and be like, hey mom, screw you. It's hard. I got it. I know it's hard. But my friends, this starts at an early age. Do you know how many, everything I just talked about, it's called high school and you're still in it. We have to get out. We have to get out. So that mindset is why you're not posting. I'm posting so much because I'm not scared of what you're gonna say. I'm posting so much because I'm not scared if it's not gonna hit the same metrics as last time. I'm posting because I have something to say. I'm posting because I wanna talk. I'm posting because I love people and wanna interact. But the majority is not. People who say things like, but I don't know what to post, are already stuck in the judgment of the post. Period. End of story. The entire opportunity in your life is writing words, making pictures, and making videos for 10 websites on your phone at the biggest scale that you can. It's happening right now. This is the greatest land grab of attention in the history of mankind. I have nothing else to say. There's no system. I have no products. I have nothing else to say. Go do it. That's it. That's what I got for you. But the mindset, where are the mics real quick? Because I want to start doing Q&A. If you got, there's one right there and there's one right there, great. Guys, I'm about to go into questions. It goes slow and you're probably not going to get your question in. So if you want to ask me a question, you need to get in line. You better get up fast, bro. Run, yes, faster, go. You're going the wrong way, dude. Dude, you're going the wrong way. You were first to move and now you're like 11th in line. It's over there and over there. I'm gonna go into Q&A, but my friends, I really hope you heard what I had to say, because all the tactics, like how do we post this? I put that out for free. How many people saw 2 weeks ago on my birthday, I put out a 270-page deck for free? Raise your hands. Good. Most of you didn't. Thank you. I put out a 270-page deck for free on how you make 64 pieces of content a day. It's free. Google it. You'll find it. Somebody will share it. You'll figure it out. And if you can't, you're going to lose anyway then. If you can't find my deck, you should leave. You're never going to be able to do business. Find the deck, consume it, because that's going to save me talking about things that are redundant up here for 30 minutes. Let's get into the details. But I just want to tell you, Dubai, thank you so much for the hospitality. Thank you. Let's get into it.
Gary.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
I authored a book when I was...
Can you guys make it louder on the mics if you can? Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead. See, if somebody filmed it, that's good content
you hear me?
on TikTok.
All right, good.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
All right, so I authored a book 4 years ago. And basically, I developed a concept about the relationship between the fundamentals of business and human beings.
Okay.
I wrote my book. I started motivational speaking, sales training around the world. But then I came to a point, my business was growing, and then it wasn't sustainable. I wasn't making enough money.
Okay.
So I had to stop. I left Australia. I ended up getting an opportunity in Dubai, and now I work for the royal family, and I advise them on their investments.
Okay.
I want to go back to entrepreneurship, but the growth, it wasn't sustainable.
Why wasn't it sustainable?
The money I was making, I just couldn't. Like, I couldn't.
Maybe you should have spent less.
I mean, okay, we can look. Look.
I mean, that's fair, right?
Wait.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
it makes sense. I agree with you, 100%.
But you mean you wanted to live a more glamorous lifestyle?
No.
I'm asking.
Gary,
How much top line revenue was the business doing?
Nothing. I was just $12,000 to $15,000 a month,
Respect.
give or take.
Keep going.
Right? So I'm not a brands guy. I don't give a shit
Respect.
about that. I care about my family. I care about
love
myself.
it.
I care
Good.
about that
Good.
stuff, right?
That's awesome.
So I had to put my business aside. My book still sells on Amazon.
Understood.
Your Life, Your Business, Patrick Osmond, by the way, check it out.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I need to sustain my family. My brother, my mum, my dad. They're my priorities. They're my goals.
I love you
That's
for that.
why I put entrepreneurship aside, and I'm now back into employment.
You miss it.
It's in me.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm an entrepreneur. You know, listen to me. I came to New York and I came to your office and security kicked me out of your building because I didn't have a meeting with you.
Yes.
I was dying to see you about 2 years ago.
Yes.
Dying. They wouldn't let me in.
So here we are.
I did DM you.
Yep.
I respect the fact that you got thousands of millions of
I'm
followers.
trying my ass off. I get it.
I understand.
And by the way, I can tell your energy. It wasn't creepy that you came. I'm sad that I missed the DM, but here we are. So let's talk about it. Have you thought about starting at a side hustle level? Carving out 2 hours a day that doesn't exist right now so you can start it, and God willing, after 2 years of 2 or 3 hours a day, it gives you enough fire where you think you can then make the flip and go there.
But is God willing a strategy?
No, God willing is a saying if you actually work 2 hours a day every day and are smart and bring value, you may have a business.
Okay. So,
but it's an important point because what I like about you, and I'm sensing it very quickly, is there's a level of practicality and clarity. I think the most practical, clear situation that you're dealing with is you've got something you want to do practically for your priority, but you want something for yourself. And the way to do that is to actually do that for yourself. You're just going to have to put in 2 hours a day at first because you don't have the luxury to put in 15. But if you nail those 2 hours, by the way, my first book was just this, and I have thousands and tens of thousands of stories of people for 4 years doing it for 1 hour after work, and then finally something clicked, and they were able to make the switch. This just requires one very difficult thing. Patience. That's it, brother. And that's your weakness.
it kills me.
I know.
I respect that. I've seen videos of you. You say it's not about what you do from 9 to 5. It's about what you do from 5 to 9. And I admire that. And that little sentence has got me very far. I've developed amazing things from that. But the patience thing is killing me.
Bro.
It's killing me.
Let me tell you why I'm tricky. I just realized this very recently. I'm like, oh, right. I'm saying a lot of things. I didn't realize you had to do all of them. It's like cooking a meal. You might be good at the hustle part. You might be good at understanding people. You might be good at giving. You might be good at taking care of people. But if you're bad at patience, the whole thing falls. If you're great at patience, but you don't have the work ethic, it falls. If you're great at patience and the work ethic, but you treat people bad, it falls. I'm like, oh, right. This is why it's challenging. You need to get all 16 ingredients right to make this actually work. And the patience for the ambitious is the hardest. Do you know how ambitious I am? If I didn't have patience, I was in a liquor store at 27 years old ringing up my friends at the register. I had a patience. My priority was my parents too. I wanted to build them a humongous business for how they parented me. I left that business at 34 years old. I didn't have any money. I started VaynerMedia in a conference room in another company because I didn't have enough money to pay for rent. I was patient. And I'm 44 and I haven't even started. Bro, you got time. How old are you?
27.
I'm done. I'm out. Next. I'm out. I'm out. Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
first I just want to say thank you. 3 years ago, I quit my 9-to-5 job. I had 3,000 dirhams in my bank account. And when I made that decision to quit my job, it was a lot of it because I was consuming your content. So I have a lot to say. Thank you, because I quit my job and now I have my own business. It's only been 3 years, but it's financially healthy. I am so happy. So the first thing I just want to say is thank you. You mean the world to me more than you would ever know.
Thank you.
No, you really
By the
do.
way,
You really do.
I'm sorry to apologize. There's a lot of people thinking right now. Let me tell you something that is very real. It's not for everybody, but there's a very big percentage of people in here that admiration is way more interesting than making $100,000 today. And if you're lucky that your DNA is similar to mine, it's about providing value with no expectation. None. I love you too. People say to me, Gary, you're wrong. I give all the time and I get walked all over. I go, no, you don't. You're not giving. You're manipulating because you're fake giving and you want something in return. Giving is only when you expect nothing in return. I don't want your 7-day trial, but then you sell me. I don't want your free course and then it actually is trying to sell me. Giving is giving, period.
Okay. So I just want to first say a huge thank you. I love you so much.
Thank you.
You are still playing such a huge part on how I'm running my business, all of your advice, all of your content, the practical advice that you give. My business would not be where it's at. And it's only 3 years, it's baby, but it's financially healthy and I'm so happy and I work my ass off and Dubai is really hard. I'm self-funded, I'm independent, it's just me.
So what can I answer for you?
Okay. It's been 3 years. I run my business here in Dubai.
Yes.
And it's getting to a point where I just feel that Dubai doesn't really have the infrastructure that for an entrepreneur like me, it's expensive, basically. It's expensive.
What kind of business is it?
Social media marketing.
Keep going.
So I pretty much help people build their own businesses and side hustles. And it's just the expensive of running the business here in Dubai, now that it's getting to 3 years, I just feel that it's just weighing me down and it's not making me feel happy anymore.
So move.
And so my question then is, I know, because I knew you would say that, Alex, then just move. But then what happens when all of my businesses, a lot of, like 80% of my business is here, my clients.
Save money.
Yeah.
Move and do it again.
Cool.
You said the most important part, Alex. You said you're not happy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not, I don't.
You were not happy in your job, you quit it, you made yourself happy. Now you're 3 years in and you're not happy, so move. The good news for you is, unlike for a lot of people here, you've already taken a jump once. Do it again.
And I'm happy here when I'm with my clients doing what I love.
I don't care.
Okay, cool.
That's a micro happy.
Oh, okay.
You're macro unhappy.
Yeah.
Alex, you need to move.
Yeah.
See you, Dubai.
Thank you so
You're welcome.
much. Love you.
Hi Gary,
How are
this
you?
is Salman from Pakistan.
So nice to meet you.
I've been following you since I was 25, 26, and I just turned 30, 4th of November.
You look great.
I just didn't know after 30 what I'll do. I mean, you always said 30 is the age when you start, and
It's not working.
there's zero
Takes-
that I feel that I haven't done anything yet. But on the other side of the country, that I've done a lot of businesses. Whenever I reach a point that I know I can make it,
Okay.
I just leave that thing and I move on to another challenge to myself,
That's good.
right? But the patience thing is still there. That's not a problem. I do a
Great.
day job, 9 to 5.
Is,
After that,
is the age 30 freaking you out?
I mean, it's just that I want to know how would it start off at 30, the process. That's the thing I have not
Bro,
figured out
30
yet.
means nothing.
Right. So,
I think 30 is bothering you.
yeah, that's the thing I think. I've
Let
been
me
hearing
save you
too
time.
much.
30 means nothing.
All right. And just another thing on this, just wanted to know, like, I've been on all of these platforms you talk about.
Yep.
It's just that I've read that medium is the message rather than the message you give out,
Of course.
right? So I
Well,
just want to
well-
know your 2 cents on what do you feel about the medium itself,
I believe in context for the medium, but the message is the message.
right? So medium is the message or the message is the medium?
Both.
Well,
But look, you consume my content. Where?
all over, different places,
You've answered your question.
right?
Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
You got
Thank
it.
you so much.
Hello, Gary. This is Fabio Gallerani from Italy.
How are you?
Good, you?
Well,
So, in 2015, I was broke. I was living with my parents, with my wife, right here. She was sleeping in the living room. We were trying to make
your parents were conservative?
No.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So, then digital marketing saved my life.
Okay.
In 2017, I decided to give back to the world. So
Okay.
I created the biggest movement of digital entrepreneurs in Italy,
Okay.
with thousands of people. And I even make it stronger with a movement called all-inners, with people that go all in and want to make it again.
Okay.
So now I'm like you. I created content every day. I like eat every platform. I have a team editing the content, making it for
Yep.
every platform.
Good.
But I would like to have my message go out there more organically, because even if I know the algorithm of YouTube, maybe, like I know a little bit, I know how to write keywords, content, I'm a marketer, I feel I'm going too slow. I want to impact more people. And I started in Italy because I'm Italian.
I got it.
But then I speak other 2 languages, I
Clearly.
want to impact the world.
Okay.
So how will you help, like give me an advice to
2
grow
things.
faster and eat?
2 things. The quickest way to not grow faster is to want to grow faster. Let me tell you why. What worked for you was something that mattered and it caught fire. Now that you want to grow faster, you're trying to hack strategies to make you grow faster in numbers. The message is getting diluted.
Yeah, because maybe I'm getting tired on creating too much content. The reality is that I'm getting tired on, bombarding the social.
It's not that. It's that your North Star is to grow in numbers, not to be thoughtful, to come up with new things to say.
So what's your advice for me now?
My advice is stop trying to grow faster
So take my time and impact.
and
as
say
many
things
people.
that matter.
Yeah, without filter. Like
Correct.
in your face.
That's right.
That's what I do.
You
Thank
got
you,
it.
dear.
You got it.
Hi Gary, my name's Nidal. I'm 15.
How are you, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Really well.
So I currently run 2 businesses.
Good.
However, there's one business that I'm currently struggling with that includes sports cards.
Okay.
So sports cards may be like big in the U.S. and Canada. However, here in the UAE, I don't think anyone really
Collects.
knows. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been trying to talk to my friends and send some companies about it and educate them about it. However, I'm not really successful in building a community for the niche.
How long have you tried to build the community for the niche?
Like 2 months.
Okay. You know where I'm going, right? I mean, first of all, you've got to obviously look at proper football cards for this niche, right? There's a much better chance, like maybe basketball, definitely not football or baseball. Like this is going to be a football market, a proper football market. It will happen here if it continues to go the way it's going because people are making a fortune on it. And a lot of people, when they get educated that they can make more money in sports cards than they can in cryptocurrency and cannabis, will run towards your game. You just need to stay patient. You just told me that you're struggling after trying to do something for 8 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything meaningful takes a very, 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 let me get this straight. You want to win life? You want to live a 1% life of being a millionaire and doing anything you want and being happy. Don't you think that should be hard and should take a long time?
Hey Gary.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Super.
First of all, I want to say thank you for everything.
Thank you.
You've made a lot of changing in my personality and all the, I don't know what you call it, like drilling ideas in
Yes.
my head. It's just been crazy. I've been working on it for long. And another thing I want to say, the 180 cent
Yes.
rule, it works. So everybody go for it. I've been doing it for 3-4 weeks now. I've noticed not only growth, but that I can give some ideas. I'm into calisthenics, so I went through and sometimes I just say a great workout or something like that, but at another time, so I'm giving
Deep.
really good advices
That's
on
right.
how to do handstand or something like that.
The 180 strategy, if you Google Garyvee 180 strategy, is the idea of there's a saying, what's your 2 cents on this idea? 90 times a day on Instagram, you go to other people's accounts in the things that you're interested in, look at their content, and leave a comment that's meaningful. Not like them with the hope they like you back, follow, unfollow, all the bullshit. No, meaningful comments, and then you start building meaningful relationships.
So before I get into my question, I'm into making funny videos as well.
Okay?
And I have this combination of calisthenics, sports, and funny videos, and it goes to many topics, like even parenting.
Okay.
I've done funny videos about sports and stuff, and funny videos about friends.
Okay.
And it goes to many topics. And I've done some videos for companies. I've been trying to.
Yep.
I'm in negotiation with a company similar to Best Buy in the States
Okay.
now. And I made 3 videos for you. I wish that you can, I already DM'd you on Instagram, D-Rock and Team Garyvee. I showed you 2 videos. I made them really quick because I was coming here and it's shitty, so
Okay.
I can remake them.
Okay, fine.
And the 3rd scenario, I haven't made it yet, but it's written, and I just want to
I can't wait to see it. Send it.
want your advice on
Okay.
it or
I'll take
opinion.
a look. I will.
So my question is,
Please.
how can you go into the state of not judging yourself and
Practice.
still keep going?
Practice.
Because I've had it for like a month and a half.
Yeah, practice.
I've been focusing on calisthenics and videos,
Practice.
and I went silence in here.
Practice.
But then it was gone.
Practice. You got to practice. You got to read the comment and play with it. You suck. You're not funny. Read it. Read it. Read it. Now here's where it gets good. If you read the comment from somebody saying you suck, or if are you judging yourself, or are you struggling with the judgment of others? Somebody saying it's a stupid idea that you're doing this, or a comment that's bad.
I mean, I didn't get anybody saying it's stupid. A lot of people liking it.
Okay.
But for me, like continuing the work, for this month and a half that I've been talking about, I went through like putting my workouts, putting videos, putting funny
And
videos
you burnt
and
out?
stuff. Huh?
Are you burnt out? You don't want to do it anymore?
No, it's just for some reason I slacked and I didn't do anything. I had this conversation with somebody and just went out. And
Why?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I've been thinking of maybe the combination of 2 is not good sometimes, and is slowing me down, and I'm not putting as much content as I want to. What do you think of the combination, like putting sports and
Good.
advices
Good.
and funny videos?
Good. Yeah. I think you might be impatient because you went so hard for a month and a half and the numbers didn't get to as high as you want them by going too hard for a month and a half. Right? Because the reason you're asking yourself, is this a good combo, is you didn't see the results that you expected. Let me promise you one way that you can consistently make yourself unhappy. Having expectations. I'm gonna move. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much.
We got the microphone up at the top.
I love it. Let's do it.
We got the bit up the top. Who has the microphone up the top? Please start waving and ask your question. Thank you.
Love it. Go ahead. Hold on one second. It's not working. Keep talking, though. Nope, still no. There we
Okay,
go.
thank you. Thank you, Gary.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate this. My name is Mireille Sula. I'm the founder of Global Woman, and I work a lot with women entrepreneurs, and most of them who come to the club, they never have done a video live in their life.
Okay.
And the issue here is that they really like their private life, but they still want to be successful in business.
Okay.
What would be your advice for all women who are watching this video now? How can they get that confidence to break that fear to take the phone and make a live video in social media?
There was something you said that I didn't fully hear you. Were you saying that they're scared to do it because they want privacy?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how do they go together. If they want
They
to
go
be
together very
successful-
easily. I'm the most public, private person on earth. You guys know nothing about my family. I post 0.0 about my family. You look them in the face and tell them you don't have to post about your family.
And what would be your advice for them right now?
To post. Awesome. What's that? Okay. 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 Well, managing a real life and a side hustle that they love is just about really looking at every hour that you spend on what? It's just balance. It's just time management. It's also what's the alternative? People come to me all the time and they say, well, Gary, I can't balance my job that I have to do and my side coaching or whatever. I'm like, okay, then don't. Then do both. Then do both. Of course it's hard. Everything's fucking hard. I love you too. Go ahead.
Put it on.
Hi. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Oh, go ahead, you're good.
Hi, Gary. My name's Kai.
Hi.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for living your truth and just speaking it to everyone and inspiring us all.
Thank you, Kai.
I'm a musician from the UK, and I kind of fell into a business here in Dubai called the Bike Club, and we promote restaurants. Since doing the Bike Club, we do about 6 events a week, and so
Okay.
I'm meeting hundreds, sometimes thousands of people daily, weekly.
Love
and I found that I've got lots of good ideas and I'm trying to catch up with the people that I meet. And I've also realized that I'm a connector.
Love.
But in all the platforms and all the people I meet and all the ideas and all the stories, I don't know if there's a platform that you could possibly recommend to schedule or to help curate ideas and content, because, you know, as an entrepreneur or a small team, it's great to create the content. But actually getting it edited and, you know, cut down and everything. Like even today I've taken loads of videos, but once it's edited, where do you start to churn out the 25 that you recommend a day?
Where do you post it?
No, like do you recommend like Planoly or Hootsuite or any scheduling apps to help become a team whilst you build a team?
No. I think you should open Twitter and post a photo. Let me tell you, Kai, where everybody screws up. People look for efficiencies where what's needed is context. My friends, let me promise you how not to do social media. If you post the same exact photo with the same exact word to all 10 of the prominent platforms, they won't act the same way. You have to write the copy and you have to edit the content for the psychological nature and the utilitarian nature of the platform. For the 31 minutes you save by hitting one button and blasting it out, you're wasting actual growth.
So you would recommend, because I'm learning to be still also and just take time to balance. So let's say it was 1 hour a day to sit and post individually.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Whatever gets you to post, I post my content. Do you know how busy I am? I post it, I write it, I reply to you. Every reply you ever got, ever, from Garyvee is me. Not an intern, me. That's why I have a Team Garyvee account and other accounts in case we want to engage where I'm not. But if it's me, it's me. If I have time, you have time. Kai.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Gary. My name is Irina, and I want to tell you I'm consuming your content for more than 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. I look young, but...
Yeah. I've gotten old. Thank you so much. Honestly, that means a lot, right? Like, think about it, 10 years. Talk about, like, you know, but go ahead, thank you.
Yeah, more than 10 years. Yeah, so I think you're very special, and I love you. And,
thank you.
I think if more people listen to you, the world would be a better place. And
that's the plan.
And you're like a motivational speaker, but a very, very cool one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So this is about my love to you, and you always say about giving. So I want to give you my present.
Okay.
Present to you. It's my business, and if you even like look at it after, whenever you
Come on.
have time.
Bring it.
Really?
Yes. Okay, she's running.
Oh my God.
You can. Thank you.
Yeah.
Give
So
me a hug.
basically. Oh wow. This is like wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And now the question, right?
D-Rock.
So basically,
D-Rock.
this
ahead.
product
Yes.
is offline, right?
Okay.
You're all
Offline.
about online,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you not, because you started with wine, but anyways, the thing is, it's difficult, you know, to get investment because everyone loves to talk about online now.
No, it's not. Millions of people are getting investment offline.
Okay, because it's a vision boards, and whenever I go to
love that.
investor, so basically...
How many
it's a
investors have you gone to? Tell me the truth or I'll get mad.
12.
12?
And they're all saying, oh, if you do online version of
That's
it...
12.
But everyone wants online version, but
No,
online version doesn't
you're saying
work.
everyone. You're talking about 12 people.
Okay. You're talking about hundreds, yeah, I have to go to hundreds.
Maybe thousands. Maybe thousands. And maybe you should go to people, maybe you should do a little research on Google for people that invest in things that aren't online businesses.
But can I have your exact opinion? Sorry. This is a vision board kit.
I love it.
Ah, okay. But do you really love it? You just say to...
I really love it.
Okay.
Vision boards sell.
But it doesn't exist. I created it. Nobody sells vision boards.
People sell vision boards.
Nobody sells vision
Go
boards.
to Pinterest. People sell vision boards.
No, it's a vision board kit.
People sell vision board kits.
But it's not like that. They don't have
Yours
a board.
might be
Mine
better.
is much better.
Good.
They sell it online.
I'm sure.
A4
I'm sure.
papers.
I'm sure.
Stupid.
I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Gary.
Hi.
My name is Mariela, and I'm a first-time business owner.
Awesome.
Actually, I worked for about 10 years in the corporate world.
Okay.
I broke a lot of glass ceilings around the world.
Good for you.
Especially as a mom, first-time
love
mom.
it.
That
Let's
was
clap
very
it up for her.
difficult. Yeah, thank you. And I wanted more.
Good for you.
So I started my own business. And now I feel that I'm stuck. I love the process. The money is fine because I worked really hard. and the business is fine. It's not making a ton of money, but it's making enough for me to continue with the process. And I want to continue, but I feel that the growth is slowing down.
Are
Not
you
the
micromanaging?
business. What's that?
Are you micromanaging?
I try to do that less and less, but I feel that where I'm stuck is in my training and my learning.
You yourself?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Well, that's
I feel
good. That's the most solvable part of it all.
How?
Well, there's something called the internet, and on the internet, there's a website called Google and YouTube, and you can literally type in anything that you think you're stuck with, and then somebody will give you content for free.
Yes, I definitely, I'm always there, but I find it so overwhelming. I feel that, I identify that I don't have mentors.
Okay.
So that's one thing, but I am at loss and overwhelmed at the amount of information, and my business is running and it's going. I'm also involved. So,
What are you most unhappy about? That it's not growing
No,
more?
not the business. I feel that I can still give more, and I can still learn more. I'm so hungry to learn more, but I feel that
sometimes people are patient, like 8 weeks, 15-year-old who I love, and sometimes they're impatient for everybody in Dubai to collect football cards. Sometimes people are impatient for their side hustle to get big enough so they leave. Sometimes people are impatient for quenching their thirst for learning.
Interesting. But when you were stuck, have you ever felt stuck?
Nope.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because I don't judge myself.
But haven't you been in a situation where you just don't know what to do?
Every day.
Right. So what do you do when that happens?
I make it up and pick one. I love losing. I love going through the process. I learn that way. Every day I have a situation. The reason I'm good at business now is I've done so much. I have such pattern recognition. I can do this. But other things happen to me all the time. Right? Like every day. I pick something, and if it goes well, I'm like, I knew it. I pick something, it goes poorly, it was D-Rock's fault. I'm kidding. I take that loss, and I keep evolving. You might also not be stuck. You might have decided you're stuck.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How are you, bro? You're good. You're good. Oh, actually, you're not good. Hold on. See? I was wrong. It's still not working.
Okay, yeah, this lad just wants to shout out his Instagram tag because he forgot to earlier.
No problem.
Yeah, Gary, I forgot to tell you the name.
Can you go fast? You're long-winded.
Grown-up child, that's my...
Grown-up child, got you.
Just a quick question on TikTok.
Yes.
I know you've been shouting out about it recently.
Yes.
Where do you see it going in the next 3 to 5 years? Because I'm a bit confused because at the moment, obviously, it's like dancing videos and yeah, like Instagram obviously started as filters.
Right.
And obviously, I'm just wondering like where you see it going.
I have no idea. I'm not Nostradamus.
Okay, yeah.
What I know is 1.5 billion people are on it right now.
Okay. So you're just saying go with it, keep going with it and see what happens. It's
What's the alternative? What's the downside? People value their time when it's not valuable. Of course, go with it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
You got it.
There you go. Hey, Gary.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good.
My name is Sam, and I am pro calisthenics athlete as well. Cheers to the athlete on the other side. Actually, I used to work as a cabin crew almost for 4 years, but actually I liked it only for a few months, and then I decided to start changing. Yeah, after 4 years I left because I loved calisthenics. I loved the way how training is going with me, everything. And then almost like 10 months ago, I started just like searching how do I start on social media.
Okay.
Yeah. And for now, I'm just like posting normally on Instagram, and that's it. But
how many times a day?
A story, you can say like
not story.
Not story. You can say 2-3 times per week. Yeah,
Mhm.
but so basically I just like bought my domain. I'm starting my website soon, and literally like 2 to 3 days ago, I made all the accounts on almost all the platforms.
Good.
Now I want to ask you something. Actually,
Please.
I have a problem, which is
Okay.
like if I don't have a plan, let's say if I want to go to Everest, if I don't have a map, I cannot go to the top.
That's bad.
Yeah. That's why I take too much time to plan my thing. What do you
Why?
advise?
That's the game. Why?
Because I feel like if I don't know the way how I would reach to the top.
Yeah.
Say,
Listen,
Everest.
this is why a lot of people are not entrepreneurs. Your framework is an incredible number 4 executive. I need you to work for me. It's unlikely that you'll build anything successful with that much fear of the unknown.
So,
One of 2 things.
yes.
Start practicing on doing things without a map,
Okay.
or put the map down and go follow somebody else.
Thank you.
You understand? That's your only 2 options. Got it? And there is, listen to me. Listen to me. There is nothing wrong with following somebody else. There's nothing wrong with being a number 2, 3, 4. This whole generation that everybody has to be a founder and CEO and entrepreneur is ludicrous. It's ludicrous. In the same way that everybody should have been good and went to college 20 years ago. It's ludicrous. So, if you want it so bad ideologically, you got to start going into the forest without a map. You got to try. If you're incapable, you're going to have to take a step back and say, I'm going to follow somebody else.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you very much, Gary.
All right, they're pulling me off. I'm so sorry. I love you, Dubai.
Please, oh my God, please, Garyvee. I've been following you for 5 years. Please.
If you
I
were
have visualized this. I can't believe you're right in front of me. You are my vision board. I beg you.
You'll never believe this. They just told me, had you been following me for 6 years, I could have asked you. No, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go.
Not on. Sorry.
You were very loud before.
I'm sorry. It's still not on. Oh,
There
here
you
we
go.
go. Okay. Firstly, I just want to say, I have visualized this moment for so long, for the last 4 or 5 years. I think you're unbelievable. Because of you, I have got so much more gratitude in my life. And I can't thank you enough for that, honestly. So this is a really big moment for me, and I'm fighting for it. And I really appreciate you, and I want to say that I want to hug you after I talk to you. Just one hug, 2 seconds, please.
Done.
Thank you. Okay, I love you. I moved...
Don't worry, I'm staying. You're not going to lose me now. Don't worry. Okay. I'm waiting.
You got me? Here.
There we go.
I moved to Abu Dhabi when I was 20. I'm now 28. I'm a teacher here.
Okay.
I have a side business that I'm building. Before you judge me, yes, I'm a life coach. I don't have everything figured out. I know I don't. I'm using my experience of being an expat to hopefully help people in their life.
So you're not a life coach, you're an expat coach, which I love.
Yeah,
Keep going.
okay.
You know why?
I'm just gonna keep
Because you're
going.
actually an expat.
Yes, I am an expat. And I have found a niche where I really want to help people.
I like that. Keep
Where
going.
I didn't have, I'm looking inside for my niche, right?
Who do you
And I
think
didn't have
who do you
that.
think Garyvee is? I'm the person the 12-year-old me was looking for.
Yeah.
I understand.
And I took that from you to look inside yourself and your own experience for your own niche.
Yep.
I'm kind of torn between I am a teacher full time.
Yep.
I'm trying to build Nova Coach. That's my business.
Okay.
From expat teachers, but also my energy has now been taken away a little because I'm obviously still teaching.
Okay.
But I've been now implementing a coaching program into my school.
Okay.
In Abu Dhabi around building a culture of innovation and trust, which is actually turning out to be pretty unbelievable.
Amazing.
And I'm kind of torn between what do I do? Like, I know I need to leave teaching. I'm an incredibly passionate person, and I know I'm meant to be doing something with coaching expats or building culture of innovation and trust in schools.
Great.
I'm stuck. I don't know where to put my energy though, because like right now my content is a bit stale online because I've been pumping my energy into teaching and also building this culture of innovation and trust in my school.
Your actions are speaking.
Sorry, am I?
No, your actions.
My actions?
Your answer is what you're doing. Right now, you're more passionate about this culture thing because you've now innovated and said, wait a minute, maybe this is what I need to be doing.
But I mean, I'm extremely passionate about the expat experience.
No shit.
You know? Yeah. You can tell. If you heard my heart beating now, it'd be crazy. Sorry, I'm just so nervous.
I love that you're passionate about that,
Yeah.
but your actions are speaking about this.
Yeah.
So see this through
Yeah.
and see where it takes you. And
So just produce content as much as I want on my platforms. Because I am coaching expats as well.
I'm so glad we got your question in.
Thank you.
This is what everybody does. You're judging.
I'm myself.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do 6 months of this thing, and if it doesn't feel good anymore, start doing more expat.
Because I'm getting a good response from the school and from the teachers around creating innovation, a culture of innovation and trust, because the buzzword right now is innovation, but people are afraid to take risks. So we need to create trust in schools.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
That's what I want to do.
I don't know why you're judging yourself for not finishing the expat thing when this thing came. See that through.
Okay.
I know you liked it.
So should I change my content online?
Yes.
To culture of innovation and trust?
Yep. I don't know if you heard this.
Okay.
But for 7 years, I only put out content about wine.
So you can
Do you remember that
change.
part?
But I feel disloyal to the followers. Like, yeah.
Do you remember that part of my story?
I do. Yeah, yeah.
So that's the answer.
Okay. So it's okay to change. It's okay
I got
to
good news for you.
Evolve.
Everything's okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're
I love
welcome.
you so much.
Come on. All right, goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you.